Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Looking a little rough this morning, trying to get a few errands done before Mikey goes down for a nap. So I sold some stuff on Marketplace. We need to run to UPS, drop that off. I need to get some fruit for our breakfast because I ran out and making oatmeal this morning. Need some waters, and then we're headed home. Okay, Mikey is down for his nap. We've gotten the house tidied, all that. I'm gonna throw on my shoes. And we're gonna get a workout and get ready for the day. So just finished my workout and took a shower and gonna get ready for the day. But I figured I'd do a little chatty get ready with me. I asked you guys on Instagram a few days ago for just some questions about life, to get to know me, whatever. So I figured I'd answer a couple of those while I got ready today. Also, I totally filmed my workout in like a fun little time lapse. And I guess I hit record and it didn't actually start. So you don't get to see that. But today we did legs and they're shaking. So I'm sitting down while I'm getting ready because she was intense. Okay, so one of the first questions that I got was where and how Alec and I met. So Alec's my husband, for those of you that don't know. We've been married over a year and a half now. Absolutely love it. Being married's like the best thing ever. So Alec and I actually met online, and our first date was at Dunkin' Donuts. We both love coffee, so very fitting for us. Yeah. We had a pretty fast dating relationship, got engaged and married pretty quickly into our relationship, and then we had Mikey. So we were very like fast-paced people, don't really slow down for things. So yeah, that's kind of how we met. Okay, so another popular question was how many kids we want. I don't know that I have a set number. I would like to not have double digits. Like, being truly honest, I don't want double digits. I want a lot of kids, but I feel like leaving that in God's hands. Like, God can handle that. So we have one son right now, Mikey. He is, oh gosh, 9, almost 10 months old. And then we're pregnant with our second son, and we're 18 weeks with him. So I think for our next child, we also said this time that we'd go really slow and like we'd wait a little bit before we had a second. And then both of us were kind of just like ready for another. So I don't know. Yeah. All in all, we want a good amount of children, but I think really that's just going to depend on how it goes, leaving it in the Lord's hands. We would both really have a big heart for adoption, so I think we would definitely adopt at some point, and I would love to have an adoption to like save a baby from an abortion. Like if a mom would just keep the baby to term and, we could help her out and stuff like that, and then take the baby for her after birth. That would be like my dream adoption scenario. But I don't know, we'll see. God's put that in our hearts as well, so I think it's just going to be something we take on throughout the years. I don't know that we would ever say no to taking in another child or anything. So yeah, that's not a very exact answer, but that's just kind of where our hearts are. So yeah. Okay. Another question I got was favorite thing as a mom. I will say motherhood is hard, and there are definitely some parts that I don't like. But there are some things that I love too. I think one thing I didn't count for was how mentally exhausting it can be. You know, you take on the burdens of your little one, and especially before they can talk and express how they feel, you know, when they're fussy, that's on you to kind of troubleshoot and figure out what's going on. Is he just having a bad day? Is something wrong? Is he not feeling well? I feel like there's just a lot of mental load. Nothing negative about it. It's a big mental load, you know? The constant, well, is he eating enough? Is he eating too much? Is he eating the right things? You know, you question every little thing and you doubt yourself every step of the way. I always thought I was like ready to have kids, and I am, and I love kids. But like, I've watched kids for years and years. So like, there's nothing about, you know, taking care of a child that I don't know. So I felt very prepared in that aspect. But when it comes to your own, like, you know, you're not breastfeeding other children. So when you're doing it for your own child, there's a whole nother set of doubts. And then, you know, there's not like a mom that you can text and say, hey, he's fussy. What's your go-to for, you know, helping him out or whatever. And so like, you are the go-to. And then somebody will ask me, well, you know, what's his schedule? What's his whatever? I'm like, I don't know. We are figuring it out as well. So I don't know. I feel like it's a very humbling experience, I guess is the best way to put it. It is very humbling in that as much as you think you know, you won't know what it's like until you actually experience it. That's the best way to put it. I will say one of my favorite things about it, though, is just creating a loving, warm environment. I love doing that as a wife and a mom. Just being able to create a home that, like, I'm OCD about it being clean, but, you know, having a relaxing, homey environment for them to grow up in. That's probably one of my favorites, you know, just having food that they enjoy, taking care of them, and, you know, supporting them emotionally, just allowing them to be them and to feel their emotions and to express those with you. Those are definitely some of my top moments for sure. But yeah. All right, so another question that was asked was my favorite fashion trend. I don't know. I will say I'm very grateful for like the baggy t-shirt trend. Comfort color tees all the way for me. I have like 10 of them, and literally my wardrobe is just my ripped maternity shorts, leggings, and my comfort and my comfort color shirts. That's pretty much my wardrobe. So yeah. But yeah. I will say in college, I was definitely more into fashion. I literally wore heels to school every day, like no questions asked. It didn't matter what I was doing, like all day at work, all day at school. It's just, everybody knew me as the really tall girl who wore heels every day. So, may not know who I was, but they knew I wore heels every day. Okay. Let's see. So one of my questions was like, what's your daily routine? You know, being a mom now, I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom. So my job is just to be here to take care of my kids, my husband, our dogs, the house. So I guess on a daily basis, my routine, it's fairly the same, but it also changes. Like there's no like set, okay, I hate schedules. Like schedules, no, anxiety attack. So we don't do, I don't like have a set schedule. We just kind of have like a general routine. Like in the morning, we kind of get up, I do the dishes, laundry, let the dogs out. Mikey has his milk. We play for a few minutes. We play for a little bit. You know, I'm kind of doing a little bit of like morning chores type thing. And then I'll make us breakfast. Mikey will eat. And then we'll kind of, you know, play in his room, get him ready for nap time. That's always pretty fairly consistent. Once he goes down for a nap, I try and do like a workout, getting ready, my makeup, and then just have some downtime for me. So that way I'm like recharged as well. Because like I said, you know, being a mom, while I love it, is mentally exhausting. And so I also need that time to recharge. So usually his nap times are times that I do things for me, or I power through and do something. So like on days where I want to clean the house, I like power clean something. Honestly though, like cleaning is refreshing to me and energizing to me. So I guess that counts too. But yeah, so anywho, that's kind of our routine. And then the afternoon, that kind of always changes. We usually do lunch as soon as he wakes up, and then I don't know, try and do something outside. Honestly, it's been like 100 degrees here, so finding something to do in the afternoon to like keep him entertained has low-key been hard. So this is a hard question right now, because normally I like to go outside with him for a little bit, but when it's 100, like I overheat really easily. I know he does too, so it's not really fun. So we've kind of been staying inside, but yeah. So I guess all in all, we don't have like a specific, from this time to this time, we do this. Maybe when he's a little bit older, you know, we'll be a little bit more structured. But right now, this routine is kind of working for us and keeping it simple and flexible. He's going through kind of a phase where he's a little bit more needy right now. And so it's more just been like hands-on with him, of hands-on play. He's learning lots of new skills that are low-key kind of stressing me out, of like learning to pull up and crawling everywhere. So yeah. So mainly when he's awake, I'm usually on the floor or in the bed playing with him to kind of help him learn those skills. So yeah, usually when he's awake, it's mostly about him. I try not to like always be hands-on with him, so that way he can have some independent play too. And some days he's really good at that, and some days he's just not for it. But that's okay. All right, probably all we're gonna do on that today. Yeah. Okay, another question was my Starbucks or Dunkin' order. Not gonna lie, I am not. I'll give you my order for both, but I honestly prefer making it at home right now. Just personal preference, I feel like I can make it better at home. But if we do go, my husband loves Starbucks. So I feel like anytime we go to Target or Harris Teeter, he's like, Starbucks. And of course, I'm not going to say no to that. So at Starbucks, my favorite order, I feel like even when it's hot outside, I still want to get their white chocolate mocha. Like, it's just so good. So I feel like I get that, or I get like their like salted caramel cream cold brew, I think is what it's called. I don't know. It's some sort of like caramelly cold brew something. So I usually get that. Dunkin', I have a love-hate relationship with Dunkin'. Like, I feel like Dunkin' is superior, but it also can sometimes be like trash garbage. Like, ugh. So it's kind of a toss-up as to whether it's going to be good or not. And I used to like make a custom order there and tell them like, please put X number of this shot and X number of this cream and this sweetener. But honestly, I feel like they didn't really listen and they just messed it up anyway. So instead of having a crazy convoluted order, I just started doing like a caramel cold brew with like regular cream and sugar. And usually they knock that out of the park. I will say, I feel like cold brew is superior to iced coffee. Like, I could be wrong, and everybody's different. But cold brew tastes better and has more flavor. With iced coffee, I feel like more often than not, you're going to get a lake water taste. Like, it's going to be just super watered down. I mean, because it is. Like, it's literally, they just brew coffee and then they make it cold and put ice in it. Whereas cold brew, like, literally marinates in the coffee grounds, like, overnight. So it's, like, a good, real cold coffee, I guess. I don't know. I prefer cold brew. But I also prefer making it at home. So like my go-to is Stokes cold brew, unsweetened. And then if I'm being easy, I'll do Italian sweet creamer. Or if we're being bougie, I like Starbucks. I like Starbucks. They're like white chocolate mocha creamer. That's really good too. So either of those, if I'm being like easy, just throw it together. Otherwise, I'll try and make my own and get like the syrups from like TJ Maxx, like the Skinny Brew I can't talk. The Skinny Brew syrups, those are so good. I'll do some of those with like half and half or heavy cream or a mix of both. And then I usually try to do like the sugar-free or unsweetened ones and then just add a little bit of sweet and low to it. Just personal preference. Not that it's technically any better for you. I just feel like the taste is better. So yeah, if we're being bougie and extra, that's my like make it home order. So yeah, here's all my coffee orders. But I'm not really gonna do anything super fancy with my hair today. Honestly, it's just a chill day at the house. So I'm gonna do one of my hair scarves. Maybe this one for today. Make it fun. I usually do the other one. Mix it up. Usually my hair like stays fairly curly for like a long time, and I feel like it didn't really hold this time. I also usually curl it the day that I shower, and I waited a few days before I did it. So it's kind of dirty when I curled it anyway. Or not dirty, but it was a few days old. And I only wash my hair like once a week, every 10 days, something like that. Clearly I shower, but I don't always wash my hair. I have a whole process to doing it, but my hair doesn't get dirty very fast. So usually it stays pretty curly and I just have to touch it up, but right now I feel like only the ends stayed curly. It's okay. It's also hot and humid, so that probably is playing a lot into it as well, into why it's not. Also, my little mom fro hairs are finally growing out and they're like finally laying down some. So I'm very excited about that because there for a while it was out of control, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's about all I'm gonna do for getting ready today. I'm gonna throw on some earrings and then we're good to go. So I'm gonna make breakfast and have some downtime. Okay, I'm low-key literally only showing you making me breakfast because otherwise I'm gonna make Fruit Loops. So I'm trying to have a healthy breakfast-ish this morning. So we're making eggs. I don't know if I've shared this on here yet or not, but we don't have a fridge. We have one, but it's broken. And we've waited for almost 3 months now for a fridge. Yeah, that's a whole story. But anyway, we finally have one and it's being delivered Saturday. So my goal this week is to not go to the grocery store, just to eat everything that we have in the house. So that way when the new fridge comes, I can go to the grocery store and just stock it. It's definitely one of those moments where you're like, you know you're an adult when you get excited about a refrigerator, literally blown away and so stoked. So you better believe once it gets here, I am totally doing like a fridge tour restock video. Just be prepared. Watch it, don't watch it, care, don't care, whatever. I'm stoked. Also, I don't know about you, but I could not eat plain eggs. Just, no. So I always have to throw in cheese and milk and like a billion spices or salsa to make them edible. Okay, wow, my mouth is literally watering. I love this sauce. We found it for tacos. It's like a staple in our home. So since I'm out of salsa, also a really weird dropper, but whatever. We're gonna add a little on there. That is perfection.